back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 13th through the 19th. Okay, let's get started by having a look to see where is Aries on the Fool's journey this week. Where does Aries find themselves? The World. So many people have gotten this, or so many signs have gotten this card today, the World. So makes sense. You know, last week we really felt a lot of cycles coming to a close, a lot of resolution coming forward, and now we see the World card. So it truly is sort of the end of a cycle here. The message on the bottom of the card says, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. So you've just wrapped up a chapter that is leading you into the next phase, or the next sort of cycle of understanding yourself. I'm feeling, Aries, like you're moving towards your ultimate abundance and ultimate joy and contentment as you go from cycle to cycle. You keep sort of evolving and enlightening yourself. So I feel like whatever's coming up next is divinely timed to bring you closer to that feeling of joy, contentment. It may have been a tough cycle that you've just gone through because of this idea of a job well done. So it might have been a challenge for you, but like an Aries, you saw your way through it. Now let's see, what archetype does Aries embody this week as they are closing out this chapter? Ooh, the Virgin archetype. So that says here in the light attribute, maintaining a symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So keeping your heart and spirit nice and pure from this last cycle or cycles. Like I said, it may have been difficult. And the shadow attribute is a fear of intimate union. So I feel like you are moving into a space where you're going to be vulnerable, and you're going to be sort of coming into understanding of what a pure heart and spirit looks like for you. And that it will be an interesting time for you to create intimate unions. You may be fearing them, or you may be ready for it. You may be feeling so purified from the past, and your wisdom that has carried you through these experiences has brought you to a place where you finally feel like you can let go and sort of be pure of heart and spirit. What a beautiful message to start your reading, Aries. Now let's dive into the tarot cards to get the rest of the story here. For Aries, as they move into their week feeling brand new, feeling shiny and brand new and free of any of that stuff of the past. What is the present look like here? We see the Ten of Pentacles. So you truly have come to the end of something here. You have come to the end of a cycle involving your sense of security, your sense of identity, your sense of grounding. Something is shifting here. You are evolving into the next phase of yourself here. You might be sort of surrendering a chapter that brought you quite a bit of security, but it's almost like you've outgrown it. It no longer resonates for you. You don't feel so pure, or it could have ended in conflict. Could have ended in conflict and separation. When we started this reading, I sort of had this feeling like it was a difficult cycle that just ended, and I think we've just received that confirmation. So something that once was very secure and stable brought in quite a bit of pain and separation, conflict, separation, and now that has initiated the end of a cycle, as we see in the World card. And now it's your job to sort of move forward in that Virgin archetype here, where you either maintain that purity of heart and spirit, or you end up fearing union because of this. You know, it's one of the two here. Which will you choose? You're going to choose to rest and recover. Smart. Very smart, Aries. Very smart choice. Resting and recovering from this to shift your perspective into a more pure state of heart and spirit is probably your best bet. To heal from this is what naturally follows. As you can see, this is the 3 and the 4 of Swords in a deck that has been shuffled a billion times today. So you are really walking the pathway of understanding yourself through the logic, your thoughts, your judgments, your perceptions, your beliefs. These are changing. Now, will you be opening this cup of love to another or not? That is up to you, but it's right there. A new beginning in love, Aries. A new beginning in love from one that just ended, right? Something secure and stable that came to an end through conflict and loss. right? Something that really hurt you. You really took it personally. You're healing now. You're in the midst of healing, recovering, resting, taking time to understand all of this. The end of this chapter, right? The World card. You've just completed something. So now it's your job to understand it, because I feel like you're going to be moving into a new phase of love, something deeply transformative that will, it's got you feeling like a virgin again. It's a beautiful message here. This is pure. This is pure, pure stuff. And so I think this is all going to be for your best in the end, Aries, because whatever you were working with here, let's have a look at that. 10 of Pentacles. It was creating a sense of lack. You didn't feel comfortable being open. You didn't feel like you could be yourself without sacrifice. It's almost like you felt scared. You felt that fear of intimate union. Yeah, you felt fear in that union. And I think you always sort of felt like the other shoe was going to drop. And then it did. It did. And now you're left holding the 5 of Cups energy, where you've got to move past that sense of loss over that emotional spill and look at these 2 cups that are waiting, and I feel like that's where you're at right now. You're dealing with the pain of this conflict and separation, and you're seeing it as a loss. You're in the perspective of lack. The relationship may not have put you in that mindset, but you're in that mindset now. You're in the mindset of lack, loss, suffering, pain, emotional, and in your grounding. Like you almost feel like insecure, right? You're feeling insecure. Now, this reflective part of you that's trying to heal, we see the Hermit. Yeah, makes sense. You're trying to understand the wisdom of this chapter that just closed because it was so painful. You want to understand it. You want to know. You're taking that time to heal in isolation, to understand the wisdom of this World card, this energy that has just sort of come to a conclusion. You want to understand it so that moving forward, you're not worrying, and that you're not fearing outcomes. It's really important for you to understand this, because otherwise any new beginnings are going to be tainted with that fear that we saw in the Virgin archetype, a fear of intimate unions. I don't know if you can see the writing on the card at the bottom there. It's very small. But that's, fearing new beginnings is not where you want to end up. So this healing in isolation, where you face these emotional pains and move forward, hopefully will set you free so that you're not sitting here fearing outcomes and fearing intimacy. Because I feel like with that Ace of Cups, there is a new beginning on the way. There is a new beginning on the way. There's that Devil card saying, watch out where your attention and where your intention is. Don't become disillusioned because of this. Don't become disillusioned because of this. That relationship really did a number here. We see the Page of Pentacles. You are being given a new chance, a new start, a new chance at happiness and stability and identity, so that you're not identifying overly in this situation. I feel like that Devil and Page of Pentacles is coming out to say, whatever intention you have will create your new beginning. And we want your new beginning to take you into a place that feels better than this. So I feel like that Ace of Cups is your new beginning here. We're going to clarify all these messages. Now, what about this painful past? How can Aries sort of put this behind them? By remembering who you are. I was going to say by being certain, but by remembering who you are and then being certain that this didn't serve you. This did not serve you. That's not what you're all about. You're not about this. You have so much confidence. This Queen of Swords is a Libra energy. And I mean, it only takes a couple Libras in your life for you to know that Libra vibe, and I really feel like you're not about that. You're not going to stay here for long. I feel like you're going to pick up and become even sharper than you were. I feel like your ability to sort of cut through crap is going to be even stronger than it was, because you'll have healed. 6 of Swords coming right under the 4 and the Hermit. You are going to get distance from anything that doesn't serve you, and especially your own beliefs about yourself. I feel like that's where this new beginning is going to come in, is that you're going to believe in yourself again. You're going to have that pure heart and spirit that is you. You're not going to let this experience taint you. And when it comes to new emotional beginnings, yeah, you have the option of fearing intimacy for sure. Do you ever? You do have that option of fearing intimacy. But it looks like you also have some other options here. Now, the Nine of Wands is coming out, I think, to say to you that right now you're pooped. So it's not the time to be thinking about new beginnings right now, Aries. And I see the Tower and the Emperor flipped over in the deck. And so I think this Nine of Wands is saying to you, right now is not the time for you to be thinking about new beginnings at all. Because if you do start thinking about new beginnings, Nine of Swords, you're going to start to feel like it's all going to end the same way again. So instead of thinking about these new beginnings right now, I think all you're needing to do is to remember who you are, which is why we see the Tower with the Emperor. It's like the Tower is going to come in to clear out all of that energy that's not you, and remind you that you are the Emperor, because that's who you are in tarot, Aries. You are a leader. You are a decision maker. You are an authority. You are a creator. You are a leader, a pioneer. You go first. You go first. You know, Aries, like you're a cardinal fire sign. So you go first. You're a pioneer, a leader. You've got so much inspired action behind you that takes you from place to place. And I feel like the Tower is here to remind you of that, to get rid of these thoughts, right? To get rid of this idea that you might have, to clear things so that you can have that pure heart and spirit in the light attribute of this Virgin archetype. You know, and it's interesting. It's like the Nine of Wands is a time where you're just exhausted. You're just so tired. Self-care is needed here. And so I feel like self-care is needed, and you need a nice reminder of what you're capable of and who you are, which is why we see the Emperor with the Tower on that Nine of Wands, is because now is not the time to be thinking about a new relationship. You need to be focused on your healing, your recovery, and your reflection. That's where your focus is needed right now, so that you can get back to that pure heart, right? Pure heart and spirit. Now, I want to clarify the Tower with that Emperor. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This is going to bring things around for you. This is all good, believe it or not. I know it doesn't feel good. I know, with that Three of Swords, I've been in the Three of Swords. I know that's not a good feeling, but this was divinely timed so that you could see what you're worth, and that this world chapter could close. You need to end this cycle here, and the Tower is going to come and clear out anything that's not true and push you towards fortune and a new start in love, one that's more authentic. Now, this Devil with the Page of Pentacles, what's going on here? We see the Magician. Yeah, that is here to sort of show you that you can create with your mind. So whatever it is that your intention is with the Devil card, wherever your attention and intention is, that's going to create your new beginning. Page of Pentacles, right? Do you see the connection there? This represents what's driving you, what's motivating you, what's your attention, what's your intention, what's going on here, what are you paying most attention to and putting your intention towards. And whatever that is going to have some power behind it. That's going to manifest this new beginning, Page of Pentacles. So it's really important for you to focus on that right now, not on a new relationship. Focus on getting your energy back to a place where you know what your 10 of Cups is. Beautiful. That's on the bottom of the deck. So that's where we want to get to a very high vibe emotionally, very high vibe before you start manifesting a new love beginning here. Yeah. Now let's have a look here at that Ace of Cups. Is that Ace of Cups coming in to bring in a new beginning? We see the Chariot, which could suggest movement. Yeah, baby. There's some fast movement towards a new beginning, but you need to heal first. But I feel like it's on its way. The Chariot with the Ace of Cups, that says new love is en route. New love, it's in the post. It's in the mail. It's coming. It's arriving soon. So you've got a vibe high as you start manifesting this new start here that's on its way. I feel like it's on its way here, and it's going to be great. It's fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Now let's have a look at this Five of Cups and this Nine of Swords. for the Five of Cups, we see the Hanged Man. You're in a holding pattern. You're in a holding pattern, I think, because you're stuck thinking about these sad emotions. So unstuck yourself, my friend. You need to get unstuck, because this Nine of Swords, when you think about this love relationship, it's so painful. Whenever you think about this relationship, it brings in so much pain. So you've got to just get distance from it mentally. Stop thinking about it. The Six of Swords is getting mental distance from something. You need to get away from this mentally. Stop thinking about it. Reflect on your own healing. Use that healing energy of the Hermit to heal. Four of Swords. To recover, to rest, to rejuvenate yourself for this new beginning that's going to be way more in alignment with yourself. You got to get mental distance from this. Stop thinking about it. You keep replaying it over and over and over. It's really just hurting you when you do that, my dear Aries. You're not gaining knowledge by hanging out in the pain. You will gain knowledge by hanging out in the healing, not by hanging out in the pain. That's not going to serve you at all. Oh boy. Okay, Aries, watch your intention this week. Watch where you're vibing emotionally. You want to vibe high this week. Stay away from this past memory. Move away from it mentally and start really imagining this outcome for yourself, because I think it's moving in quickly with this Ace of Cups and the Chariot. Woo, beautiful. Okay, so Aries, I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below, along with a description of the readings I offer. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Have a great week.